The Osborne family spectacle of lights at Disney's Hollywood Studios is arguably the best Christmas experience that Disney has ever offered. As a Disney local, it was my absolute favorite Christmas offering at Walt Disney World, and it was a family tradition of mine that we would attend every year. But with the final performance of the Osborne Lights taking place in January of 2016, the former Streets of America, where the Osborne Lights used to be held, is now the home of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. As a way to commemorate the holiday season, I thought it would be fun to tell the history and lore of the Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights, and how they became Disney's most popular and beloved Christmas offering of all time. And so, with all that out of the way, let's get straight into it. Our story begins in Little Rock, Arkansas in 1976, where a man named William Jennings Osborne purchased a large estate in the middle of town. One decade later, in 1986, William's daughter Allison, who went by the nickname of Breezy, wanted to decorate their home in Christmas lights for the holiday season, as seen by others around town. Putting up more than 1,000 lights, the very first Osborne family light display was an immediate success and brought in crowds from all around the state. From that year forward, they decided to make it a family tradition to decorate their house with an impressive lights display, which got bigger and bigger each year. It eventually got so big that in 1993, Osborne bought the two properties next to his own home so he could continue to expand. In that same year, his display grew to a whopping 3 million lights, which included a massive illuminated globe and a 70-foot tall Christmas tree. The Osborne family light display became a unique annual tourist attraction in and of itself. And as beautiful and as grand as the display was, it unfortunately came with its downsides. It caused major traffic congestion along busy streets, and community neighbors filed multiple complaints about the inconvenience that all this traffic and large crowds were costing them. There were also numerous incidents where Osborne would use so much power and electricity that blackouts were frequent throughout the rest of the city. Reports and complaints eventually got so bad that in 1995, Osborne was brought to the Supreme Court and got outruled during the case, officially shutting down the display altogether the same year. The court case eventually brought national attention to the display, with multiple other cities offering to host the lights instead. It also caught the attention of a man named John Fallon, who at the time was the lead project director of the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida. After mentioning it in a staff meeting, he contacted Mr. Osborne to discuss the possibility of moving the display to Orlando. Osborne was intrigued by the offer, and they eventually settled on the idea of relocating the lights display to a portion of what was then the studio backlot tour at Disney's MGM Studios. Moved to the former residential street portion of the backlot tour, the Osborne family spectacle of lights officially debuted at Disney's MGM Studios on November 24, 1995, and were an instant success. It was so successful that over the next couple of years, the display was expanded from its initial 3 million lights to a whopping 5 million. In 2004, the park began construction on the Cars stunt show clone from the Walt Disney Studios Park in Disneyland Paris, called Lights, Motors, Action, which was set to open in 2005. Part of this construction required Residential Street to be demolished, and the lights display to be moved to a neighboring area of the park known as the Streets of America. As part of this relocation, in 2006, the lights were now choreographed to different Christmas songs, and the display was renamed as the Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights. 2011, the display saw its biggest update yet, with all 5 million lights being swapped out for LEDs instead. This included the addition of delicate reprogramming to all the dancing sequences during each Christmas song. Other welcome additions included the capability for all of the lights to change to up to 16 million different colors, and the eco-efficiency that the newly installed LEDs provided. Sadly, 2011 also saw the passing of William Jennings Osborne in July, at the age of 67 due to complications of recent heart surgery. But despite his passing, his legacy continued to live on at now Disney's Hollywood Studios, bringing joy and precious memories to all who witnessed the display.
And now we'd like to bring to the stage two special guests to help us light the lights here on opening night. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome none other than Mickey Mouse and...
Movie Lights officially presents the Osborne Family Spectacle of Dancing Lights!
Fast forward to September 11th, 2015, when Disney announced that the 2015 holiday season would see the final performance of the Osborne Lights. The reason behind this was to make way for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, with the streets of America set to be demolished. And with that, the Osborne Family Spectacle of Dancing Lights bid its final farewell on January 6th, 2016. While Disney's Hollywood Studios continues to offer excellent holiday entertainment and beautiful Christmas decor around the park, nothing can come close to the wonder and beauty of standing in the middle of the streets of America as 5 million choreographed lights danced around you. The legacy of William Jennings Osborne and the creativity of Disney achieved the goal of making millions of people happy and creating timeless memories and holiday traditions for guests, myself included. And while they may be gone now, the memories and nostalgia for the millions of guests who witnessed them during their 20-year run will always persist through and through. Anyways, that wraps up the history of my favorite Disney Christmas tradition. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more awesome Disney content. Check out my official Instagram page as well. I'll leave the link down below in the description. But what about you? Did you ever witness the magic of the Osborne Lights at Disney's Hollywood Studios? If so, what memories do you have from them? Let me know in the comments below, and have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday Season, everyone. Bye.
And now, as this holiday season draws to a close, we want to thank the Osborne family for sharing their beautiful display with us all.
The lights have created so many wonderful holiday memories over the past 20 years. May the Osborne Family Spectacle of Dancing Lights shine in our hearts for years to come. Now